Let's talk about evil. Evil is a man-made construct. When you see these animals tearing each other apart, they're not doing it because they're evil. They're doing it to survive. Dolphins are evil. Now, I can't get into why because I don't want to get demonetized. But trust me, they are on par with Diddy himself. No, the construct of evil is exclusive to human beings. Human beings torture. Human beings abuse. Human beings make Prime Video that plays ads during my TV show despite the fact that I already paid for my subscription. What the hell, man? And then they'll tell you to rent or buy a movie on their platform when I already paid for the subscription. You see, I have a saying, the more money an industry makes, the more evil it is. And what industry makes the most money? The football industry.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Look, I'm not certain on that, but this is the same industry that gave Anthony like 70 million, so there's got to be a lot of spending money over there. So we've established that football has the most money. More money means more evil. Now I have to ask you this question. When you think of evil, who do you think of? Satan, Lucifer, El Diablo. And there just happens to be a team that calls themselves the Red Devils. Manchester United. Now listen, before anybody gets mad at me, before you Man U fans pull out your three-pronged pitchforks, before you hurl fire at me, before you unleash your demons on me like this is The Exorcist,
Fuck me! Fuck me!
I am not saying that Man United as a team and a culture are evil. I am saying that Manchester United's players stand out particularly. You see, I made an observation, and that observation turned into a pattern, and then that pattern turned into a hypothesis. I'll tell you my hypothesis. If you end up playing for Manchester United, the chances of you becoming a deviant or a criminal shoots up by a staggering 60%. A lot of football clubs have deviants, but I'm going to show you why Man U's players stick out. That is why today we are going to be looking at the 3 stages of hell: violence, scandal, and the final mystery stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me take you on a trip to hell. Or greater Manchester, you know, whatever works. The first stage of hell is violence. And what better player exhibits violence more than Manchester United's own Roy Keane? This man was Manchester United's captain, and trust me when I say this, when he goes down to hell, he's gonna wear the armband down there too. Now, a lot of people believe that Roy Keane is evil, soulless. I personally think that he's Irish. He's definitely psychotic. In a weird way, I kind of like him for that. You know those times when somebody's telling you a story about themselves, and in it they're presenting themselves as the good guy, but they slowly start to sound like the bad guy in it? Yeah. This was my experience listening to Roy Keane's autobiography. This dude is definitely crazy. For all you kids that grew up on a strict diet of Coco Melon and Kai Cenat, I'd understand that today is the first time that you're learning that once upon a time, Roy Keane got tackled by Erling Haaland's dad. And instead of being a level-headed captain and realizing that this is just a part of the game, this man let the anger boil within him for months. Kept a framed picture of Alfie Haaland on a wall, which he probably threw darts at, sharpened his boots, and kicked that man so hard the next time they faced each other that I am convinced his grandchild is going to be born on a wheelchair. Now, Man U players got an evil streak, but listen, they don't discriminate, okay? We're not just going to kick your players, no. We're going to up your fans too. This is Eric Cantona. This is Pep Guardiola. This is Liverpool fans giving Guardiola hell. This is Guardiola retaliating. This is a normal way to address heckling fans. This isn't the Man U way though. This is real. This is me. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be now. This is Eric Cantona again. This is Shawn Michaels. This is Shawn Michaels kicking somebody in the face. This is Eric Cantona kicking a fan. This is Shawn Michaels kicking somebody who consented to being kicked. This is Cantona kicking somebody who did not consent to be kicked. This is Manchester United.
The noise says it all.
Man, Sir Alex Ferguson was the ringleader of all these thugs. He was determined to make every Man United player like 2003 Kane. Now let's move on to the next topic, scandals. Now, I am certain that scandals actually motivate Manchester United players. I remember one time Aaron Wan-Bissaka was in the news for cheating on his missus, and days later, this man proceeded to have the game of his career against Newcastle. I'm telling you, man, these bastards, they love it. Now, man, you got some evil players, but as a team, they are not the most corrupt in history. No. That title will forever belong to Juventus, aka the old lady. Let's look at some teams that have historically smashed the old lady. Inter Milan in the Serie A, Real Madrid in the Champions League, Wayne Rooney. What What, Wayne Rooney literally smashed an old lady. You know how badly you gotta hate your wife to smash a woman that's probably older than your manager, Sir Alex Ferguson? Now, I like Wazzy. He's probably my favorite Premier League player of all time next to Drogba, right? But, dude, what are we doing here? Now, see, that is a marital affair. But let's move on from marital affairs and talk about Martial affairs. Tony Marshall cheats again. This dude cheated on his wife and he proceeded to drop the worst apology in the history of life. This man is so unserious. He even said he promises it'll never happen again. Guess what? It happened again. This man got a new girl every single day during his marriage. Hey, I guess you could say Tony Marshall does score again. And there goes my female demographic. All right, guys, that's enough about Martial. Now let's talk about Ronaldo. Yeah. Nah, he did it. He's guilty. He did it. He said it himself. He said that she said no 7 times.
What did you say?
I said that she said no 7 times.
How many times?
7. Oh, for f***'s sake. Now, before any of you guys get mad at me, Ronaldo fans or Ronaldo himself, right, listen, if you have a problem with me, okay, just come to my house, okay? I live in Las Vegas.
I thought you fucker. But you clever fucker.
Nah, man, like, what is this? Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Now, I'm telling you, man, you could be a God-fearing man with a couple of kids and a wife, but after you spent at least 3 years playing for Manchester United, you'll have picked up 2 Gumars, have 6 bodies, and you'll become a made man in Tony Soprano's crew. We need to stop calling it Old Trafford and start calling it Old Block. Like men change when they go inside here. So that's why I would like to take a short break and start acknowledging some of the good guys that have come out of Manchester United unchanged. First player, Marcus Rashford. There's a reason why Marcus Rashford's form is so inconsistent. This man feeds children, helps the poor, and speaks out for marginalized groups. Like, no, we don't do that around here, my boy. You gotta be a little evil to start cooking around here. Next player, David Beckham. David Beckham is like the coolest guy in the history of life. He's like a real life version of Tyler Durden. I bet he's like somewhere smashing Victoria right now. Probably doing a little money spread on her. Legend. Absolute legend. Next player, Dimitar Berbatov. You guys know that meme about like the chill guy? That is literally the personification of Dimitar Berbatov. On the field, off the field, he's just a pretty chill dude. Next player, Rio Ferdinand. Now, despite the fact that this man's been in the game for so long, he still managed to keep a level head and also stay a lot. Wait, okay. Well, let's get back to business then. Okay, now before we get to the final stage of hell, let's do a quick fire round. This is not evil. This is more like just like on the weirder side, to be honest. Next player, Paul Scholes. This man was essentially sucking on his daughter's toes, and they were comfortable enough to share it with the internet. What are they doing when there are no cameras? Unfortunately, because of this alone, I'm gonna have to put Paul Scholes last place in that midfield debate. He is now in last place behind Gerrard, Lampard, and Scott McTominay. Next player, Dan James. Dan James literally tweeted out that he hates minorities. Huh? What do you mean you don't remember that? I remember it vividly. No, I'm not creating a fake narrative because I'm still angry that this man scored against Chelsea on his debut and then he proceeded to be ass for the rest of his career. No. This definitely happened and you are going to spread the word. Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now? And last but not least, it would not be a video about Manchester United being evil if we did not acknowledge the man that orchestrated all of it. A lot of sick people have come onto this earth, but none have been more evil and despicable as Fergie. And that is why I am happy that nobody listens to her music anymore. All right, let's talk about Sir Alex Ferguson. Now, a lot of Premier League fans from my era and even before are convinced that Sir Alex Ferguson is like some mafia boss. They think that if you went to Old Trafford in the 2000s, then you would see 2 men holding down one of the Premier League's referees, with Ferguson telling him to put the penalties in the bag for the next upcoming Premier League match, or he is never going to see his children ever again. Now, do I believe Ferguson was corrupt? Probably not, but I do believe that this man was the master of dark arts. Look at all these psychopaths I just listed. All of these guys are scared of him. Do you know how crazy you had to be for all these nut jobs to be scared of you? I almost think he liked the fact that his players were crazy. Now, I just looked up Manchester United's all-time starting 11, and more than half of these players have scandals. The only guy that apparently has a clean record is Nemanja Vidic, and guys, let's just say what we're thinking, man. The dude is bulking. He definitely has a dead body in his basement. I wouldn't be surprised if before Vidic signed for Manchester United, Ferguson read on Vidic's report that this guy was actually involved in a 20-day war and he took 3 lives. Knowing Ferguson, he probably read that and said, "That's the kind of attitude we need at Manchester." Ferguson's signings were so rogue. Like, do you remember the time that he signed those twins, Raphael and Fabio? I believe that Ferguson signed these 2 identical twins so that when a game starts, he could start either one of them. Let's say he starts Raphael. Raphael plays the first half, but when it's halftime, Ferguson would tell Raphael to sit on the bench, bring on Fabio as a substitution, but Fabio puts on Raphael's shirt and then goes out masquerading as his brother so that the referee thinks no substitution has taken place and Manchester United have another free sub. This is what the Bella Twins used to do in WWE. They used to go out to matches, one of them would be getting their ass kicked, and realizing that she's gonna lose, she would swap with her sister when the referee isn't looking, and her sister would pick up the win. But yeah, this man was and will always be the master of dark arts. It is now time for the secret final stage of hell. We have players that have cheated, assaulted people. Now we come to the final category, and it is a player who has done all of those things. And his name begins with a G. And no, it is not Greenwood. The fact that somebody like Greenwood, with everything he did, and he can't even get a mention on this video, just showcases my point even further. Nope, the final player is probably somebody who a lot of Man U fans would consider their greatest of all time. Ryan Giggs. So I've been very passe, and I actually haven't really attacked any players, just kind of joked around them. But I think even the most diehard Man U fan would agree that this dude is just a certified scumbag. This man is out here smashing his brother's wife. Like, dude, you're supposed to be the king of assists. This man even puts the beats on women. Despite the fact that this man is a clear Premier League all-timer, it almost feels like as time goes by, people are gonna downplay his significance because they just don't want to praise a guy that has so much bad things going on outside of the field. You see, a lot of the players that I spoke about today, I feel like they're actually above the controversy that they've done. I can't say the same for Giggsy. Now, of course, I know there's going to be people that are mad at me for this video. Hey, listen, I didn't tell you to support a team called the Satanic Red Devils, okay? Listen, they're the team with the devilish cultist marketing campaign talking about once you're signed in, you can't leave. Oh, look, they did that, not me. I didn't do anything. And I am not saying you're evil or a bad person if you support Manchester United. The video just serves more as a reminder because yes, these guys are athletes, they make us happy, but it doesn't mean that they're all great people. And if they do bad things, it's okay to point it out. We don't have to pretend like they didn't do anything. But on the flip side, all of these Man United players that I've been talking about, although they're evil, they have a lot of trophies, don't they? You see, I was going to end this video by saying if you guys could please subscribe, like this video, drop a comment because it really helps the support and I love you guys. But now I'm going to take the Man U route and now I'm going to threaten you to do so. Subscribe right now or I'm going to break your legs. Like the video, share this. Your life goal is to help me thrive. And if you do not reach that goal, I will make sure you never see the sun again. Hello? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I'm making my debut for Manchester United this weekend.